Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques Hawk. We're here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, another one.
Another loss.
Another one. Sound like, what's his name? Another one.
Yeah, another one. Another one. Exactly. To the Denver Broncos. They were walking around doing the Mile High Salute all game against us, man. It was an easy victory for the Broncos, man. Yeah. The Titans looked terrible all over the field. Offense, defense, just terrible, man.
Right.
Terrible.
Defensively, I can't really say they were all terrible.
Right.
It's defense.
Nah, that's true.
Defense has done as much as they can do, and they trying to complement the offense, trying to keep up with them, man.
That's right.
It's just not. It's not working, man.
That's right.
It was a boring game.
It was.
That was bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
Both offenses were methodical and slow. It was like which offense was going to become the luckiest offense. Who's going to make a mistake? And we happened to make the mistake.
That's right.
And it was one of those things. I was like, okay, this game was the most important game because we're going to get to it in a minute.
Yes, we will. And my mistake on the defense played a heck of a game. Mm-hmm. But you look at Denver's defense, they played a heck of a game, exactly. Right? So two defensive stalwarts that played and having two terrible offenses, Denver included. Right. When you look at Joe Flacco, Flacco did not have a good game overall, right. But he did enough to win. He was 18 for 28, 177 yards and an interception.
Mediocre.
So very mediocre. And the defense was licking their chops. They knew coming into Denver, man, right. We got this. And again, look, Kevin Byard with a pick out there.
Oh, man, that was a lucky pick.
It was, man. But that's just his awareness. I mean, right. He had that in college at MTSU, my former alum, where I played as well, too. Kevin Byard, coming into the pros, that's what he did.
I'm curious to see how many interceptions he has career-wise.
Yeah, I know, man.
It's climbing.
It is climbing. It's almost to the point where if you throw it in this area about 2 or 3 times, one of them things is going to be a pick.
It's going to be a pick.
So, yeah, man.
But for 5 years.
Exactly, man.
But, I mean, even to counter that, man, Denver knows that Flacco's not the answer at quarterback. Right. They know that. Yeah. They know that. Yeah. I mean, defensively they were strong, very strong, which you said we knew.
Yeah, exactly.
We knew that coming in, and we just had a weak offense, and it's just it is what it is, man.
That's right, man. Clearly so, man. Clearly so.
So Hawk, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Last week we went over the losses and who's gonna win, and tell me 3 reasons why you're gonna lose. Now you said 3 reasons why we were gonna lose.
Absolutely, yes,
last week, and we're gonna go over those. Okay.
Okay.
So give me the first reason you said was defense.
Defense. So I said going into the game, do not underestimate the Denver Broncos defense. Coming into the game, they were rated number 5 overall in the NFL. They were even rated higher than our top defense, right? And that's exactly what we did. We underestimated their defense. Mm-hmm. Mariota was throwing the football, 2 interceptions. Ryan Tannehill throwing the football, 1 interception. Now, Tannehill had a better game, right. But, I think we thought that, with Derrick Henry, we could just, run the football. That wasn't happening. Right. The Denver Broncos defensive line kicked our offensive line's tail, man. If I was a curse, I'd be on a cursing tirade right now on how bad the Denver Broncos front 4 whooped the Tennessee Titans offensive line. Mm-hmm. If I'm the offensive line coach, why did I even bring it up?
Man,
they'll be in practice blocking moving trucks on the interstate, man.
Exactly.
I mean, something.
Right.
And, when you look at him defensively, A.J. Johnson, A.J. Johnson for the Broncos looked like Von Miller.
Reggie White.
Exactly. He had 9 tackles. Right. He had a sack and a half. He was all over the field. I was like, can somebody block this man?
Right.
Can somebody not see that Chris Harris is over there? Don't throw it over there too often. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? Interceptions, right? Mm-hmm. We underestimated their defense. And I'm telling you, to the whole NFL, the Denver Broncos can easily be beat because their offense is trash.
Come on, man.
But defensively, got to be careful, man. So what about for you, man?
I mean, same thing with the defense, which I knew going into this game, that defense was, like you said, already top 5 defense. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So our offense have been struggling until this point. So I expected going in, okay, we're not going to move the ball on them. Surprisingly, I thought we can run better on them because they were 22nd ranked in run defense, but we couldn't even get that going. And it's just our offensive line, man. I don't know what's going on mentally with our offensive line, but it's not good, man. And maybe you need to do some shuffling. I know you got Davis in at a rookie. He's a rookie, but you need to do some shuffling because you made their defensive line, man, look awesome. But imagine if they would have had Bradley Chubb. If they would have had Bradley Chubb, it would have been worse.
It would have been.
It would have been worse, man. We just got a taste of it.
Exactly.
Honestly, it could have been 11 plus sacks, dog, and coming into the game because of Bradley Chubb and that threat that they have on the defensive line. So I mean, defensively, we went they went wild, and we just couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. We couldn't even get in the field goal range, man. We were averaging on our 10-yard line, and we barely got over the 50. When Tannehill got in is when we kind of started moving the ball, but it was too late. It was too late, and Vrabel should have made that call a little bit earlier. We could have had a shot, but nah, man, freaking trash.
Yeah.
Now, you had another point.
Yes.
Point 2 from last week, why we lost.
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned Mariota.
Man, I did. So I also mentioned that you can't allow the game to be dictated by Marcus Mariota, and that's exactly what happened, right? Mariota had an awful game throwing the football. Yes, we can blame the offensive line for not blocking. Okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, Marcus Mariota was 7 for 18, 63 yards, and 2 interceptions. Before the game, he had no picks. It's because he was throwing safe. Exactly. On this game, he was getting sacked, and then he was in position where he thought receivers were open. But as I mentioned, you got to look at Chris Harris, who's possibly a Hall of Famer. Interception for him. Kareem Jackson. Now, I mentioned him in the show as well, the former Houston Texan. He understands how the Titans play. He got him a pick. So Marcus Mariota, it was in his hands, and he did not do well as to why he got benched. And I understood why he got benched. Right. And I understood why we had to sort of change the norm, and we put Tannehill in the game. Now, Tannehill was moving the football. Tannehill was 13 for 16 and 144 yards.
Quick, too.
It was. But he also had an interception towards the end of the game. I'm not going to blame the pick too much. It was the fourth down. He had to make a throw, right? But when you look at the quarterbacks combined, they were 20 for 38, only 200 yards, I think 207 yards and 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. Right. We put the ball in the quarterback's hands against a top-rated defense, and look what happened.
Right. So even with Mariota, I don't think just the interceptions got him benched. Prior to that, he was short hopping balls.
He was
lobbing balls. He was missing wide open receivers. He had to throw a ball to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry had to contort his body to try to catch the ball. Derrick Henry can catch regardless.
He can't, right, exactly.
And you expected him to catch a ball that was thrown behind him. Then he had an out route that he threw to Corey Davis, which he just short. I mean, it was just short hopped. I said, I'm just looking, and I'm like, okay, is he hurt? Is he not saying nothing? You see what I'm saying? Is the tingliness coming back into his hand when he had that nerve injury? Or is this just what we got? And then the combination of the interceptions just put the icing on the cake. And it was like, okay, we got to get him out of there. But when you know he's mentally not there, you need to get him back where his confidence, because the boy's confidence is shot. It's done. He's mentally drained. He's been mentally drained since the first time he got hurt. So he's mentally done. You can just look at his face when he threw that interception. He was just he was sitting there, had this blank look on his face, and I'm like, is he okay? Mariota, are you there? You see what I'm saying? So,
Agreed.
I mean, the interceptions, the missing the wide open receivers, that's a combination of just what got him benched, and the offensive line, of course, not helping him.
No, exactly, right.
I mean, but for a minute there, they were blocking. They were blocking for a minute. And I was sitting back and said, okay, offensive line is blocking. Let's see what you got, Mariota. And that's when he started short hopping balls and missing wide open receivers. And I said, okay. I said, and you called this. You said this boy's about to get benched. And when he threw them interceptions, it happened, man. And it's a sad thing. But case in point, your third point from last week.
Yes, sir.
We talked about your boy Sutton, which
Yep.
I'm a fan of. I do like Sutton.
Yeah.
I do. And I wish we would have drafted him. But
So I made mention as well that Cortland Sutton, the second-year player, the wide receiver for the Denver Broncos, that we had to do a good job in covering him up. I mean, overall, I think defensively we did a pretty good job on Sutton. He had 4 catches. He had 1 real big reception against Logan Ryan. So you're gonna get beat sometimes. It happens, right? But we kept Cortland Sutton, pretty cool. Joe Flacco was looking for him the whole game. But again, you look at our defense. Our defense is a top-notch defense. Our defense is unbelievable.
Super Bowl.
And absolutely. And we've been talking about that for years. Every show we talked about that, right? Of how well our defense, and they did a very good job against Cortland Sutton. Right. Just kind of kept him under wraps. Right. So of all the 3 phases that I discussed as far as how we could lose, that's the one part where we actually did a pretty good job. We did. But again, I'm saying this on the defense. They've been doing their job all season, man.
Right. So even with that, Emmanuel Sanders went down. Once he went down, it was one read target all day, which was Sutton. Right. And like you said, that one when he burnt Logan Ryan, which happens. You DBs gonna get burnt from time to time. Deion Sanders got burnt. But we stopped him, and like you said, that was one of the keys that we had to do. And it's not fair. And we grouping them as a team because it's team ball. You know what I'm saying? But we look at the offense's woes and we group them all together. Like, okay, the defense the defense is doing their thing, and they did their thing. They stopped them when they needed to stop. It's just they had those big gash plays that happened, and it just happened when he suddenly caught that ball, and it was just terrible.
Yeah, man.
And then we didn't even talk about the special teams when. The kick returner, he was moving. He was schooled.
He was schooled.
He put him in good position to get that field goal.
They did. He did.
So
he did, man. So just about an hour ago, we got some news for the Tennessee Titans. So I went to my youngest son's room, man, and I was just thinking like, and I saw his football pants from about 2 years ago. This right here, right? Y'all see this? Now, this isn't Roll Tide, okay? We're not in Alabama. We're in Tennessee. No. But I'm going to tell you what this is.
The elephant in the room.
Yes, sir. Elephant in the room.
Man, it's a big elephant too, man. And everybody's talking about it.
Yeah, Jacques. What is the elephant in the room, Jacques?
Well, Mariota, man.
Yeah, man.
Number 8.
We've
had to talk about him. We've been trying to hold out for the longest.
Yeah.
You have your apologists. You have your quote-unquote, we're haters or people hating on Mariota. Yeah. I mean, what you think, man?
I think, man, like, I thought going in, like, because, Coach Vrabel did say almost 2 days ago that he would make a decision, right? Mm-hmm. He just made the decision. Okay?
Just made it.
So initially I was thinking, if you're going to do that, then you might as well just keep Mariota in the game. Right. And even Delaney Walker is even making comments like, LMAO, you have to be kidding me, right? This is why the fans don't come out. And that's true. I mean, the fans want to come out to the games and support the Titans, but the product has just been terrible.
Trash.
And, a good 30-40% of it has been the play of Marcus Mariota. Mm-hmm. So I initially disagreed with the decision. Again, it was only about an hour ago. And I was like, man, they should go on and keep him in there. But I understand the direction as far as what we're trying to do. Right. And it's like, we got to do a change on our offense. Right. So why not put Tannehill in the game? This is why we brought him here as a backup quarterback. It's not to say that Mariota can't get back onto the field, but like on any position that you play on the field, if you don't do well, you will get benched. Mm-hmm. You at your job, and me at my job, you at your job. You don't do what you're supposed to, you might lose your job, right? Or you get demoted. So for right now, this is a lesson for him. It hasn't happened all season. It hasn't happened his entire career. Mm-hmm. I'm actually okay with Ryan Tannehill starting. Now, he's not the fix, but it's something different, man. What about for you?
So it's okay. So we knew this. Even when John Robinson came here, he likes a specific player. He likes team-first guys. He likes guys that work hard. He likes the underdog, but at the same time, you bring that fire. So we know on defense, we have that. Vrabel's a defensive-minded coach. Vrabel knows how to recruit, to scout defense, which we've scouted, and we've done a marvelous job. But we're trying to match that same energy on offense. And we've done it with the receivers. And something that I like this year that Robinson did, he brought him some weapons, okay? Years past, we can be like, okay, Mariota don't have no weapons. Thanks. He has Delaney. Who else does he have? He didn't have no run game when he got here. He had Antonio Andrews. Come on now. Right. You see what I'm saying? So he got him some weapons. He got him Humphreys. He got him Brown. He got him Davis. He had Walker back. I mean, you look at this offense. You got Henry. This is a offense that, oh, my God. You look at it, you be like, wow. You guys have a high-power offense. But when you go back and you look at it, this wasn't John Robinson's guy. You see what I'm saying? Yep. This was not his guy. Mariota was not his guy. It was like, here's a gift. So you take it. Okay, I didn't want the gift, but thank you. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we kind of knew evaluating his career. When he got drafted, man, I said, okay, let me get a kid a chance. Let's see what we got. We're bringing him in a bad situation. Unlike Jameis. Jameis was already set in a perfect situation. He had Evans. Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans.
He had Deshaun Jackson. He had then he eventually got O.J. Howard. He had Humphreys. Right. Yep. He had a run game. He had a decent defense. So it was kind of a better situation when Mariota came in. He really didn't have nobody. Right. So I can get it.
And Winston's been benched too.
He's been benched too, exactly. So you said this. You are who you are.
Right.
Okay? Now we've had a top 3 offensive line. The offensive line was top 5 at one point in time. Were we really producing like that? Yeah, he got us to a playoff game. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't just on him. It was on the whole team.
It was
actually Malarkey who brought this whole dynamic together
did.
and brought this team together where we all won a playoff game at once.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? You had that it factor when you're a quarterback, and just to me, in my opinion, Mariota, as I've seen him, I've been fair with him for 4 years, he doesn't have it. And it's sad because you want him to be great. He's a good guy.
He is, man. I like the guy.
I like him.
Yep.
But, I mean, you got to be honest. I mean, you do have a lot of Oregon fans that ended up transitioning and becoming Titans fans.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Even fans from Hawaii as well.
And fans from Hawaii. So what happens is it's hard to evaluate the quarterback position because you can evaluate any position in football. The quarterback position is the hardest thing because you can be a Heisman winner, but come to the league and trash.
Yep.
Then you can be a 6th-round pick like Tom Brady.
Or Gardner Minshew.
Right. And come in here and you playing lights out.
Right.
The game clicks different for different people. Look at Baker Mayfield. It was a decent season for him last year, but he's hitting that sophomore slump.
That's right. Yes,
He's
sir.
making mistakes. It's something that you expect your rookie year, and then you kind of transition and you trend up. But Mariota went up and then went back down.
Man, he was way up.
He was up
early.
He was up. He was super. But is it due to him getting injured and messing with his psyche?
I know you said that.
You see what I'm saying?
You said that since he's been hurt.
Because before he got hurt, man, he was running.
Yep.
He was throwing.
Man,
he looked good.
Yeah,
He was like,
did,
okay,
he did.
we got him something. But
Yep.
when Werner broke his fibula,
Yep. In half.
in half, it changed him, dude.
Yep.
It changed him. It's like, okay, I'm playing where I don't want to get hurt. And you know, when you play football, you can't think like that because you think
right,
like that,
sir.
you're going to get hurt, or you're just thinking about, okay, I'm going to get injured. I'm going to get injured. Then it don't make it no better. Your offensive line is playing like pure trash.
Saffold playing trash.
And we've
trash.
invested money into our offensive line, man, which is scary because
trash.
now you go and you think like, damn.
Yeah.
We had all-pro right tackle, which he trended down.
Since his injury.
Taylor Lewan, man,
That man was getting bullied out there against the Broncos.
He was getting bullied, dog. And then you got only person to me that I feel like that's played perfect is Kelly, and he's not even playing.
Right. Yeah.
So if I'm trying to protect my quarterback, I'm gonna put Kelly in there. I'm gonna shuffle the offensive line around and just truly see what we got. But I mean, we got Tannehill, and Tannehill's not the answer.
No, he's not.
He's not the answer by a long shot. He's Mariota 2.0.
Yep.
With
a better arm.
With a better arm. But if you notice, he's sitting back there in panic mode when the pocket's collapsing. So, man, I mean, I hope we win more games, but I mean, I don't know, dog.
Yeah, I don't know either. Right now, offensively, we're a very bad football team. We have a playoff defense. Been saying this for 3 years. And offensively, we have a college offense playing in the NFL right now. Almost a high school offense, especially the way that we run our offensive plays and the schemes that we're running on in our offensive line. I mean, we're letting every defense look like the best defense in the league, and that's unbelievable. And again, I give credit to Denver, Buffalo, and everything, but I think we've made them a little bit better than what they are as well. Maybe not Buffalo, definitely Denver.
Right.
And and again, it's the way that we're running our plays, the way Mariota was throwing the football. It's just a culmination of a lot of things, man.
It's a combination.
It is, man. We can't say receivers out there dropping passes like they've had in the past. When the ball has been there, they have caught the ball, have made something out of it.
Man,
you know what I mean?
look,
and so,
A.J. Brown.
Exactly, absolutely.
A.J. Brown.
So we just hope that Ryan Tannehill, who has more experience than Marcus Mariota, Tannehill's had a few seasons of 4,000 yards, so he knows how to play football.
Listen to what he just said, y'all. 4,000 yards. Has
Exactly.
Mariota ever thrown for 4,000 yards?
Probably in 4 years total.
You're probably right.
Maybe,
maybe in 4 years.
Man,
total.
he had one good season. He threw for, I think, maybe 3,000 yards.
Right.
Maybe the second year with Ken Wisenhunt.
Maybe.
But on average, very low numbers. So
and something they try to do too is change his game. That's something that I see a lot of coaches do, especially when you got that old school style coach. They try to change your game, but then you have these new style coaches that are coming in, allowing you to play your game. Yeah. In the NFL now, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, we're running a lot of offenses since you have these new quarterbacks coming in and running a lot of college systems. They call it college style offenses. You know what I'm saying? To tailor to them. They tried to do that with Mario. They tried to run him, get him a college style offense, and it worked, but it didn't work. A lot of people say, well, he should have stayed with Chip Kelly. Well, we see where Chip Kelly's at. He didn't stay in the NFL long. You see what I'm saying? So what we're having now is we're seeing a transition as a Titans organization. It's weird to be a Titans fan right now because, like you just said, we have a top 5 defense that can take us deep in the playoffs, like super deep in the playoffs. And we got this offense that is stagnant because of your quarterback play and your offensive line play. Now imagine if we fixed those two, and you get a quarterback here that can just at least slang the ball and throw the ball around to his options and receivers. You got you something dangerous.
Yep.
And the scary part about it is this defense is not going to last long.
Right.
It's wasting our defense. And then also, Jalen Ramsey just got traded to the Rams.
Yep.
So this is another gift that the AFC South is giving you.
Yep. Everybody's gone.
Everybody's gone.
Except Deshaun Watson.
So Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson is balling.
He is, man.
Now, I've heard a lot of people also say that if before Mariota got benched, well, let's go with the poison that we know. It's Mariota. Let's win with him. Let's just go with him, okay? So what's happened in society and what's happened in football and what's happened as a Titan is we accept mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? So we like this mediocrity. We're mediocre. So we think, okay, 182 yards and 2 touchdowns is, hey, at least we won the game.
Right.
But eventually that comes up and that catches up with you. When you come in, it's shootout time against when we play the Chiefs. You think if Mariota was starting, that we could come around and say, hey, we need you to come out here and throw 350 yards and keep up with him? Do you think he can do it? Has he done it this year? No. Maybe one game? No. Has he done it?
No, I don't think so.
It's
maybe one game.
His tops was what, 250 to maybe 289?
Something like that.
If you want to go to the playoffs and you want to get deep in the playoffs,
yep, you
have to throw 3+, man.
Yeah, man. You do.
And it's okay. Hey, maybe we have to take a chance. Look at the Ravens. They got their quarterback, and I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback, but he's better. He's decent. Mm-hmm. Minshew is doing better than Mariota. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you got to look at what's going on. Kyler Murray balled out.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. So it just makes no sense, and it's a right decision. Now, I thought they were going to start him again, but I'm seeing how John is. John is not afraid to make a move.
Right. Yeah.
And I think we've probably seen the last one.
Yeah, we might have. And a move was needed, man. Mm-hmm. A move was needed. We needed some type of injection, with the needle to kind of get everything moving here. Right. And so I understand the move. That's why you brought Tannehill in. You brought someone that can compete with Marcus Mariota. And now, we have an opportunity to see what Tannehill can do in this offense. I do think we'll move the ball much better. Not to say that we're going to win football games, but I do think our aerial attack will be better than what it has been. We got Marcus Mariota throwing lobs on 5-yard outs, mm-hmm, right? Tannehill will zip the ball. Now, sometimes Tannehill might not give you the best decision-making. That's why Miami not only just cut this cat, they paid him to go, okay? That's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. That means they really wanted him out, and Miami's terrible, right? It's like, okay, you just let him go. It didn't really have nothing at the time, so they traded for Josh Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Right. So I just think now, man, with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback, man, we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. I think he'll make a difference in our passing game.
I think so too. Yeah, so man, I got a question, and we're gonna put it in the comment section. Where do we go from here? So everybody, we've seen what happened with the Tannehill situation. So he's quarterback going forward. In the offseason, what would you do? Which quarterback would you want? Have you been scouting quarterbacks? What are we gonna do? If you were John Robinson, what do you do going forward? Which quarterback do you go out and get? Do you sign a veteran? What do you do?
Yep. And we'll definitely comment under your section as well if you make that, man, and we'll definitely respond to you, man. Right. Yep. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that ends our show, folks. Thanks again, as always, for tuning in on our show, man. We're having so much fun doing this, guys. We love the Titans. We love the NFL, man. Yes. Hey, we know about all the teams. Believe us.
Yeah, we do.
And so, so just understand that, man. We are here to stay, folks.
Right. Like, share, subscribe. We at 333 subscribers.
Yes, sir.
Let's get to 500. Share the video. Share it with your mama, your auntie, everybody. Share it.
Yes, sir. That's right. And also, as well, you can look at us on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, on Twitter as well, Titans Weekly 24/7, and as well on email at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com, folks.
We out.
We out. To you and yours. Tighten up, baby.
Tighten up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Boom.